We gotta continue. Sholmes got shot. Sholmes got fucking shot. So who died this time? Windy Banks. Windy Banks is dead. And Lestrade was found holding the gun. So we now know where we have to defend Lestrade. Obviously. He's fucking dead. And it's still my birthday. Also, Sholmes got shot. Oh, Iris. Iris! Iris! No, this can't be happening. I can't go on. What am I fighting for? Iris. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's another Capcom game. I can't help it. Herlock got her shot.
A telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home.
Oh, yes. We asked one of the policemen to have sent it. It was simply impossible to come back.
When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone.
Oh, poor baby. She was left alone. She really was left alone in the house. Oh, boy.
What happened, Bruno?
Poor Iris, she's trembling. She's obviously trying really hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know.
Something awful's happened, hasn't it?
Yes, I'm afraid so. Here we go. The events at Windy Banks. I'm sorry to have told you this, Iris, but Mr. Windybank is dead. He was shot. He was discovered in the early hours of the morning.
Oh. Yes, I had a feeling.
You did?
When I saw all of those police carriages pulling up outside his shop. So I knew something must have happened there.
Poor baby. When we entered Windybanks in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out into the street, and I chased after them, but they got away. I wonder if we're going to see those 2 again. Remember those 2 characters we met back in the Garadeb's household? It was a dude that was like Shakespearean, and the other dude was like no nonsense. I wonder if that's who we were, if those 2 were the thugs. Because one of them was scrawny and tall, and the other one was a little more stout. Maybe not. We'll see.
So, he was one of them who shot old Mr. Windybank, I suppose.
Yeah, they never did. I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment.
Oh, why not?
They arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina.
Jenny? But why?
Because she was holding a gun, and that's the logic that Ace Attorney goes by. Well, the thing is...
No, Ginny wouldn't do something like that.
I know. None of us think she did it.
Then why have they arrested her?
I'm sorry. There's nothing I could do. Okay, how is Sholmes?
So is Hurley then. Is he still out there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals.
Oh boy. I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to the hospital this morning. Ain't no way they added that scene without a reason. Yeah, of course. They were setting them up in some way.
What?
Well, when we entered Windybanks, a gun was fired and he took a bullet.
Hurley, he was shot. No.
It's alright. His life isn't in danger.
Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital?
He's at Saint Sinner's. Saint Sinner's? Really? Saint Sinner? Are you serious? Let's go to Devil Angel. Let's go to Devil Angel. Why don't you? Saint Sinner, wow. I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. Sounds like a good place. Signer. Saint Signer. They're tending to him there.
I must see him at once.
I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't.
Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed.
No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see. Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Operation Water at the Knee. Operation. Get that wishbone. Fucking. Oh, man. Hitting the sides, getting buzzed. He's gonna die. They don't know how to wash hands. Florence Nightingale was around this time period, I think. Oh yeah? They wash hands? They wash hands? And also cover up their faces? Their mouths and nose?
To operate? Oh, poor Hurley.
Injured Sholmes. It was the two thugs who were in Mr. Windyback's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. Christ. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After that I ran out to the street, but... well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away.
I think that's a very good thing.
Sorry?
Well, if you'd seen them which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Runo.
Iris, that's really sweet. That's honestly a good point as well. That's actually a very good point. If you're not armed yourself, you really shouldn't go after somebody who's armed. Yeah, the good point, honestly.
On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that.
Oh, Iris. Yeah, Rio, all he has is a sword, and he doesn't like using swords anyway, so he wouldn't even draw his blade. So Sato's in situation.
Where's Susie, Runo?
She's still at the police station.
Oh, why?
I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while.
Why weren't you there then?
It's not a sword, it's his husband's soul. Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Mrs. Sato stayed behind the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later.
I see.
Besides, One of us had to come back to be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early.
You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station.
Poor Iris, you're still a baby.
I still don't understand why they arrested Ginny. That's not fair. What about the two thugs that were on the scene? Why aren't they prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they?
He's not dead. He's not dead, Iris. No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris.
Ugh, it's all horrible.
The thing is, Mr. Windyback was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all his deposited articles. Deposited. It's a classic case. It looks really bad, but it's not what it looks like. Oh, man. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside.
I see.
But he wasn't alone in there. Ginny was found next to him on the floor as well.
Oh no!
And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards.
Don't tell me. There was no one else inside the room.
It's another locked room mystery. Yes, exactly. How did you know?
It's the only explanation.
Oh.
Sorry about that. I died a little bit there, but now I have returned.
Yes, the only explanation indeed.
What do you mean by that, Naruno? Well?
What can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment. But I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on.
I want to go too. Take me with you, Runo. I can't stand sitting around here waiting.
I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child at the scene of a murder. I don't want to leave her here all alone either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me.
Oh yes, I'd love to.
Hell yeah, new assistant acquired. New assistant acquired. Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed.
And don't forget we have to visit the crime scene. We have to conduct a thorough investigation.
By the way, the heart thing over here would be awful on a normal nose bridge. That would hurt. Where's Susato? She's being questioned right now. Ah, I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Let's go to the hospital.
I love attic rooms, don't you? They're so exciting. It's always quiet when Hurley's not around. I've been to the place that don't forget to take me with you when you go. And then this place looks different than normal today for some reason. And then, you know, I think a visit to this place could be a good idea.
Alright, and this is the hospital. Alright, let's go to the hospital. Saint signers. You know what? This place could be worse. This place could be worse.
Hurley! Oh! He's not here.
No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said that he was in bed by the window, didn't she? Oh.
Oh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley is being a big baby. And the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home.
I'm not so sure about that. Babery or not. I mean, they made a model for him doing a bunch of other things, so I don't think that's it. There's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered.
Oh,
Who is this? Oh, it's the Bobby.
This water's all limits. No visiting. So what are you doing here, eh?
well, if you have to know, we're Hurley's next of kin.
A cop. Disgusting. Oh, well, begging your pardon then, ma'am, sir. A little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. The great mystery solvers as mysterious family, eh?
If that's how you see us, sure.
Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley?
I believe he's currently operating theatre, ma'am. Undergoing extensive operation.
Extensive?
It has been several hours since he went in.
Oh dear. Is he going to be alright?
Well, it doesn't appear to be working. He's fucking... This is a child! Have some tact! Have some fucking tact! The anesthetic that... Wait.
Anesthetic does not work on Sholmes? The reason why I'm pausing is because of the first case! The first case might be connected! Oh my god, anesthetic! Do you think that perhaps Wilson is alive? Or maybe he's Wilson. My brain is just fucking... the little hamster is going crazy, and the inertia of the wheel is taking the hamster, and just the centrical force of the hamster against the wheel is making it spin faster and faster, and the wheel just kind of gets wings and floats up into the air. And it's gone. It's gone. It's away from my brain. He has done made too many drugs.
Oh.
I heard a report that the gentleman's claims may have been having a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that we won't be back here for several hours yet.
Cocaína.
Pruébala. Es cocaína.
Ah yes, a coffee. I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later.
Oh, poor Hurley.
I want to see what this says, actually. Oh, it doesn't... Okay. This must be Mr. Sholmes' bed.
Poor Hurley.
I know. It looks stiff. It looks stiff as a board, doesn't it?
Oh, I didn't think that would bother him.
No?
I often find him asleep face down on the floor. Completely dead.
Sholmes? Sholmes? I just imagine him just like a plank board on the floor. Just
Introductions. Logic. Oh, there's a case.
can't even sleep on a bed. Yeah, he really is just relatable. I think I'd call the police if I discovered someone like that. And I think that's everything we can look at. Yes, indeed. But there is more over here. Huh. I wonder what IDs. Do you have any idea, Iris?
Oh, haven't you ever seen crutches before? Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries that they help them walk. You hold one under each arm, you see.
Ah, right. I thought they were weapons of some sort.
Why would there be weapons in a hospital?
I thought maybe a fighter had been injured in a battle contest and been brought here along with his weapons.
That's surprisingly plausible.
Oh my god. Let's move to the prison. I think we have to go investigate first, but I think we have to talk with Jeannie. Japan didn't have crutches then. I think they had canes, but not crutches built in that way. They had crutches, just not built in that same way. It was like just a stick with a handle at the bottom, and you would just, you know, crawl with putting some of your weight on that stick. But not designed like that. I believe, because I've seen it before. I'm just not sure if it's like era exact. Oh, Jenny. Hello, Gina. How do you have your gun with you? Take your time.
Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made.
I wish she wouldn't point it at me all the time, though.
What are you here for? Ginny.
I have a feeling it's because of us you've ended up in trouble. So we're thinking that we might be able to help you.
Well, you can't.
Sorry.
You heard? Get lost.
You're such a tsundere.
Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You never shot someone. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me? Pull the other one. Oh. You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by.
Ginny, you're kind of in big trouble. You do know that this is death penalty, right? Because someone's dead.
You never saw me a chance. I sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. You see what you'd like to lay me hands on, get it? That's the kind of person I am.
But
Jenny, I'm being caught tomorrow, they said. Some cove came by before and said he would be a lawyer for me and the like. Said it was my right or something. I told him to get it stuffed.
get fucked.
I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one.
She couldn't be staring at me more obviously if she tried.
Why are you being like this, Jenny?
For real, you do need some representation, Ginny. You need some representation. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away?
He wanted to sign some papers, representation papers or something like that. That's all gonna be rigged anyway, the whole trial.
Oh, is it because?
They all pin it on me cause I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do. Why do you think that? Cause that's how it always been for me. growing up in the back slums, me whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell ya, you'll be your mates dragged off by the coppers or worse. I've had it happen before to me before and all. Been sold up an early snaffle on the back of it. You can't trust no one. That's the point. As soon as you do, you're gone to grass. Dead.
Gina, listen, I am not from around here, so maybe you can trust me? If you like, in tomorrow's trial I could...
Forget it. Jenny! Don't you trust Bruno? I don't.
Even though he's only like 4 years older than you? Or 6 years older than you, that's it?
Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone.
What happened? What happened? Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbrokers.
There's nothing to tell. I figured you'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest. But why, Jenny? Why would you do that? Isn't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. Timing ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work and half the time you don't even get nothing.
Who braids her hair? Yeah, it's really pretty. Is that really why you broke into the place?
What?
What? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else?
Oh, give it a rest. What'd be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference.
She went in there to get the manuscript. And prove it.
Please tell us, Jenny. We'll believe you, whatever it is. Believe me, don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time.
Do you lie, Gina? You self-defeatist princess? Jeez.
And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies?
Ah, I see. I'm bad, therefore everyone's just as bad as me. Unforgivable lies. What do you mean before, Gina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help.
Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna question me now. Ginny, please.
Yeah, she's toughing everything out. She wants to be tough. But she's a big softy. She's a big old softy. You ain't my therapist, piss off.
Oh yeah. I wanted to give you this, something to remember me by.
That's a really white kitty. A photographic print of a really adorable cat.
I found it with the old pockets of this coat. Ain't no point in me having it.
So, you all recognize that snowman? That's back in Briar Road.
I'm 16 years old. I'm not a child anymore. Daddy!
Ariel!
Can I just say, I wish we had a Disney remake that wasn't focused on Ariel, but on Trident instead. Wouldn't it have been more interesting to me? It would be so much more interesting to see Triton struggling to be a single father, trying to protect this really curious girl, and see that he had a sister named Ursula, who's like, she's gonna hate you, and I'm gonna win and take everything from you. Like, you dislike DILFs? Fuck yeah, I do. Maybe I just want to see Big Daddy Merman. I just want to see Big Daddy Merman. Listen, when he destroys frickin' Ariel's frickin' weird human shrine, and he has that sad face, I just want to kiss him. It's like, Triton, you went too far. You go after her. Apologize. You got magic. You can fix it. 10 daughters? Like Ariel has a fuck ton of siblings. He fucks. Have you seen his arms? His pecs. He's buff as fuck. Anyway.
Found in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't proving me having it. Ain't pointing me having it. I wonder what little photograph like this was doing in the pocket of an overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Oh, Ginny.
White cat photograph has seen. So we know where that is. Alright, this is all we're gonna get from her. Let's let's go to the Baker Street first. Yeah, let's go to Baker Street. Oh, you know what? Look at the horse! Look at the horse! There's a horse. That right there's a horse. Hans. Es Juan. Hans. There's a Scotland Yard carriage outside of Windybanks.
I never imagined we'd be investigating a case so close to home.
Poor Iris. She's very upset by all this. I'm sorry. I was there. I should have done more.
No, this is your fault, Bruno. So please don't apologize.
But I like that Ryunosuke got Runo, meaning that his name could be anglicized to Bruno. Which is cute. I find it adorable. Horse. Hearse.
It's the criminals who are to blame for all this. So let's investigate and work out how to catch them.
Yes, you're right. Alrighty then. Horse divorce. Let's click on this anyway. It's already been 2 months since we've been taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this.
When Hurley comes back home, let's have a big party.
That's a great idea. I'm sure it won't be long. Mr. Sholmes is very tough.
Yes.
You fucking... I think we should move into the pawnbrokery. Man, there's blood right there. Interesting. But there's blood nowhere else. Oh, that's a bullet. The bullet went through. That's what a bullet is. Ah. But it's still weird that there's blood like that. Interesting. Oh, this is great. I just didn't see that it was the bullet. I thought it was just cracked for some reason.
Is this where it happened then? Last night?
That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place, looking for valuables.
But apart from the policeman here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance.
No, you're right about that actually, except there's broken shards on the floor there, and there's blood on the calendar.
In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking.
I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals, all dressed in black. A-cab. A-cab. The game said A-cab. The game said A-cab. Oi! I heard that! Is Gregson. Oh, Inspector, good morning. I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before it was disturbed at least. But someone died. Shame you let those two rogues get away, mind. He's just a boy! He's not a Bobby, you motherfuck. Yes, I'm sorry about that. Ryunosuke, do not take responsibility. You could have been in danger too.
I thought you'd assign extra men to be around here, Grexy.
You got your second Moderna shot?
Is your arm weak with the power to combat the virus?
Now look what's happened! Honey's been injured because we weren't enough police on duty.
Your ladyship!
Gregson really cares about this girl.
No one told me you were coming!
I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see that he has the very best medical care.
Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital are attending to him as we speak.
I don't think it's Runo's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job.
Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am. As you say.
Greg just really respects her. Because Iris pays him a lot. Iris actually pays him a lot for using his name in her novels. So that's why he, you know, kind of owes her in a way.
Lieutenant Black is totally blameless. Everyone is in agreement about that. Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about personality change. Oh, where are my manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Perhaps you'd like some juice? Some nice, refreshing fruit juice?
That's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. He's like, hey, you want a Capri Sun? You want a juice box? You want a juice box? You want some candy?
Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Grexy? I have some of my special Ilgra tea with me if you like some.
Oh my god.
Ah, lovely. To very much. That very really hit the spot, your ladyship.
so happy. He's like a second dad. It's really cute.
I don't even recognize him like this.
I could see him play tea time with her and shit. So let's converse before we investigate. Iris has like 5 jabs. 500 dabs. He's the jealous uncle. He's like, how come my brother has some really cool kids? I want a cool kid. The investigation. So, how's the investigation going, Inspector?
Nothing to it, really. Very simple case, this. There's something very definitive evidence. We're just about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact.
But she did not do it. Gina, you're going to charge her.
That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge on bail tomorrow.
Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me.
Herlock, Gregson, Susato, Ryu. And I know Wilson is not around, but spiritually, Iris is the way she is because of those diaries he left with her, so let's include Wilson in there. He may be a strained father, but something was there. Susato is definitely a dad. What are you talking about? No, she's father. She's daddy.
Your ladyship, as much as I would like to oblige you, I'm afraid.
I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke in last night, have you?
What the?
And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you?
How could you? How?
I fucking love Iris so much.
How could you possibly know that?
I had a feeling, that's all.
Remind me never to try and keep a secret from Iris. So you've arrested the 2 men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you?
Well, yes. They were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beach.
And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison.
She should be. As assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course.
Interesting. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition? He's not a doctor.
Sorry, but I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Skull and Yarn matters are strictly confidential.
Why is Lestrade such an easy scapegoat? Because unfortunately she made her life crime. Her entire life is crime. So unfortunately, she kind of walked into this mess.
Well, I know he's being operated on St. Sinus. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know.
I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital's policy, no visiting at all.
Oh.
The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He lost a fair bit of blood.
Oh no.
He didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so, but the hemorrhage like that is enough to even make the one and only Sholmes pipe down.
Mr. Sholmes is a human like the rest of us, you know.
Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. He's got to stop that bleeding.
But he will be alright, won't he? They'll be able to make him better.
Of course, your ladyship. You'll be right as rain before you know it.
Yeah, the tiny little... Yeah, it's really cool. Yes, there is blood transplants at this time. It's not perfected, of course. It's not I don't believe they understood why some people rejected certain blood types. I don't know if that part was figured out yet, but they did test this shit out with cows and stuff. I'm not sure if blood types were a thing yet. They definitely experimented with that a lot. Because they did understand that, like, hey, it's possible to just suture in some blood in.
Really? How do you know?
Huh? How do I know? Because, of course. Ah, yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective. That's why.
Gregson, that's... You're trying.
We better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again.
They did test it with a sheep to a human because they thought sheep's docile nature will calm the man down from his psychosis. He didn't die, but he didn't calm down. I remember that. That little tidbit of information. Transfusions started in the 1600s onward. There you go. But I'm pretty sure the information of, like, DNA and blood types weren't, like, completely solid science yet. Wow, he's still really angry. I wonder why. So sad. That sucks.
Oh, please don't die, Hurley.
I'll report to your ladyship the moment I hear he's out of operating theater.
When did people start watching fingers? Around the 1800s, I believe. Like in hospitals? Like, I think it was either 1700s or 1800s they finally started fucking cleaning their hands. I couldn't help noticing, Inspector.
What? Now with it, Sunshine.
Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris.
Watch the sauce, Sonny. I'm a copper. And we don't go out now for favoritism.
God. Yeah, they noticed that midwives who cleaned their hands with warm water didn't touch corpses had better success and survival rate on their patients giving birth. Yep, pretty much. The problem is that surgeons were also what do you call them? Morticians? Like, surgeons would touch dead bodies. They would bring them over so they can be, you know, exhumed and shit and put in the casket for viewing. Like, they would touch that body and then they would go to a surgery. And it's like, wonder why he's dead. He has such a high fever. What happened? Oh, man.
But he's right. You did treat us differently.
It's because of those adventures of Sherlock Holmes stories, that's why.
They realized the reason why all these mothers died a lot was surgeons got so upset. One of them took his life because he realized he had killed so many people. No! Oh, that's upsetting. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, that fucking sucks. Oh. Yeah, that's sad.
Oh. I crop up in them, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gretchen.
Oh, well, yes, because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's.
What did you write about the inspector, Iris?
I don't remember really.
Iris? Yeah, like the creed, the first creed is, you know, doctors shouldn't do more harm. Like, if they can't fix the problem, they're not going to attempt to because they could create more harm. So that's the first thing they would plead. You know? At least you would hope every doctor would be that way.
It was one of Sholmes' lines. Gregson's the smartest of the Scotland Yarders. Yarders is how he put it.
Oh, did I write that?
And you know what the line did for me? Eh? Every next month my pay doubled. Doubled, I tell you.
Oh, that's amazing.
All because everyone at the yard reads them. I read all the Herlock Sholmes stories. I've been set up a fan club for me.
Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time that you became such a toady to me.
A toady?
Can you blame me? All I take is one bad word from you and Sholmes could change this tune about me.
Fuck. Gotta treat her nice. Because she could say something bad about me and my life was over. The Greg stands.
Gregson, no, the great detective will say. He's getting quite overrated these days. Think that would happen to my salary if that came out on print, eh? The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I lost worrying about it.
But that would never happen, Grexy.
Every month a new Rats magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages.
Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves.
He really seems to enjoy the tea.
Ah, lovely. So very much. I really hit the spot, your ladyship.
Teetotal.
Oh yeah, there's something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naruto.
Yes, what is it?
I've got an important message for you. I clean forgot about it until now.
An important message? I wonder what could it be? Is it from Susato? Are you going to tell me what this important message is then, Inspector?
Yeah, it's about that young lady who's normally by your side, your assistant.
Dear Susie, is she alright?
She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe.
Nope, not anymore. She had to head off.
Head off? Where?
To Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her.
Susato, get the fuck out of here. Ah, yes, of course. I've forgotten about that.
One of the whipshots took her in a yard carriage after we'd finished questioning her. But she asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for a return journey, and had to go and meet her there. She's got a nerve using Scotland Yards as a blooming messaging service.
I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector.
Why did Susie have to go to see Lord Chief Justice?
She didn't tell me. But I better head over to the Lord Chief Justice's office and fetch her straight away.
But before we do, can we examine?
Alright then, let's see what we can uncover.
Oi, what do you think you're doing, Sunshine? You can't touch anything here.
Oh, but we're hoping to investigate.
This is a crime scene, for Pete's sake. No touching.
What's the problem, Gregsy? Ernest's a liar, you know that.
Oh, I'm ever so far sorry, your ladyship. I'm so sorry. Ever so sorry. The rules and regulation are a thorn on my side. Of course, if Mr. Naruhodo had been properly appointed by the accused, that'd be another matter. Huh.
The accused?
If you could show me the representation papers, I'd be only too happy to let you nose around.
Do you hear that, Runo? You need Genius to sign some representation papers.
Looks like presenting the detective here with the correct paperwork is the only way. Gregson doing that is so stupid. I love it. Alright, let's move. New location added. Let's go see the bad guy.
Funny things.
Susie's waiting. We need to go meet her. Go and meet her. Yes. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow.
Do you think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal.
How so?
I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you?
Maybe it thinks the same about you. Oh, what is going on? What is going on? So everything's cleared with regards with tomorrow's arrangements, I trust.
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh boy. Oh boy. There they are, Susato-san and Lord Strongheart.
I wonder what they're talking about. They look very serious.
Very good. There is no further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have so much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland. Uh-oh. Is Susato going away? Why? Wait, what did he just say? You return to your homeland. Susato-san!
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo.
What was that all about? Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, thank you for coming to collect your colleague. What's this all about? Why are you talking about Miss Susato's return to her homeland? And tomorrow? Looks like we're gonna have Iris as our assistant. I'm sad!
Tomorrow? But what about Ginny's trial? You mean... she's been formally charged now? Oh dear.
Oh no, why? Why? Miss Susato, what's all this about?
Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan. Your life here can continue just as...
That's not what I asked! What happened? Why are you leaving?
It's my father. He's fallen ill.
Oh, okay. He's sick.
I know.
Professor Mikotoba. Hottie. Not the DILF. Man, this was so long ago. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news.
10 days ago, Father collapsed with a fever. Its cause apparently unknown. It seems he grows weaker by the day by day.
I don't believe it.
As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes about some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Miss Susato's departure as much as possible.
Fuck. Yes, absolutely.
I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning.
I can't believe this is happening.
So Gina has been charged. She will have to appear in court.
Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago. And the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow. It is very, very suspicious. It's almost... Can you imagine if it's, like, a lie? To just get her out of here?
No! Not even 24 hours later.
Gina. The Lestrade girl and the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. Very convenient indeed. An all too conspicuous case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in a panic. No. The yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases.
It's not wasting time. Ginny would never do something like that.
Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart? Are you gonna ask who this little baby is? In the deference of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. Yeah, he has big animation on those lips. It's like, why does his lips move so much? But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave now. Oh shit.
Of course, Lord Strongheart.
Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford to make of the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are being perpetrated. We have far more serious matters on which to contend.
Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday? He got the Pepsi trademark, oh no! Those W lips. Yeah, a little bit of Gant. Gant was more like joyful in his evil, though.
Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday.
It's no concern of yours. Though I'm sure there's no need to remind you of that.
Not remind you of that. Does it have to do with the expedition?
"3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me." "There is just one more thing, Lord Strongheart, which is... it's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her." "A timely suggestion. Sorry?" "The girl currently has no representation."
But that's not fair. Yes, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial.
He didn't say anything against it.
"Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork, and the defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right." "Why would she do that?" "A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison." "Yes, thank you." "Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you."
Bye-bye, bad guy of the game. Probably, maybe. Very likely. Government issue lawyer? No, that's a real thing, Eric's. That's a real thing. You are in your legal right to get a public defender. So, no, it's not even a convenient thing. It's a real thing. Oh, in this case, that she's like, no public defender. Well, it makes sense, because she's like, you know, she's very avoidant of everybody. Makes sense.
What a day. Gina charged with murder. Susato-san about to leave.
Come, Miss Naruhodo. Iris, we must make haste. But Susie, you're leaving Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do? As Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can.
Thank you, Miss Susato.
Susato is so nice.
That's a very pensive look.
I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I would like to wish her well before I leave. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can, as a lawyer.
Alrighty then. Let's go to the prison.
Hello again, Gina.
Oh, again with the gun. Didn't you already load this gun?
What are you lawyer for now?
To have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again, obviously.
I think I need to improve the way you load ammunition into that thing, don't I? Look! You can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing more to say to you.
Well, we're gonna talk whether you like it or not.
Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say. What? I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Farewell? Tomorrow, I must begin my journey back home to Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Oh, right. I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories.
Do I ship it? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. They would be cute.
And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable.
Susato is just 1 year younger than Lestrade. Lestrade is 17.
Susie. Well, that ain't my business. Both Iris and Mr. Naruto believe you to be innocent, Gina. They put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put faith in them. Yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it? It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are clearly unhappy. Because of you.
Oof!
What? It's my fault?
I'm gonna guilt you so hard, Lestrade. I'm gonna guilt you so hard. You're making them sad. They do, to be fair, they do care about Gina. So Gina pushing them away would make them sad.
Yes. So I have one final request, Gina. Before our paths never cross again. Right here now. I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you.
Shit. Oh fuck, the way she worded that was so raw. Oh, that's raw. Holy fuck.
Huh? Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be.
Man, Susato is so fucking raw. She's such a boss, man. Who needs a grenade launcher when Susato has fucking... Man, such a great way with words. Susato, master of sick burns.
What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh? You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths. What about what you said before, Ginny? You said something about unforgivable eyes. You must tell Mr. Naruto and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant. No, I can't.
Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind.
I'm gonna end this girl's entire career and social life.
Gina, I could be wrong, but... Is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial.
The one in which Magnus... I thought I was gonna say McMagnus McGilded. Can you imagine if his name was actually McMagnus? Magnus McGilded was acquitted. The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is all about? McMagnus McGilded.
Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe.
No, she, like, about her... She committed perjury. McGilded is dead. I'm pretty sure he's just dead.
Will you tell us about it now?
Or unless we're wrong, but let's see.
Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. The coppers got a hold of me and shoved me in the witness stand.
And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilded was declared innocent.
Yeah, well, the thing is I lied about a whole bunch of stuff.
I knew it.
What sort of thing did you lie about? I was hiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in that little cubby hole. I couldn't see a thing, and then I heard that loud thud, like someone falling on the floor. That's when Mr. McGilded discovered you.
Fuck, that's when Mr. McGilded discovered you.
Yeah.
Oh.
He pulled it from out of the seat and sat next to the dead man.
Oh. But he doesn't look like he has anything in his stomach.
There ain't much light to see by, but when I looked at me hands, I had the cov's blood all over him. I was so scared, I couldn't even speak.
You had his blood on your hands. In other words, it was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to be a knife.
Then Mr. McGilded started asking you questions, I suppose. Who you were and why were you hiding under the seat? Yeah, he did. Only that's not at all. That's not all.
What do you mean?
I mean, he threatened me.
Threatened you how?
He made me swear about what I'd seen, what I heard, and what I was going to do after the cub was found dead. He made me swear I couldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did that, he said he'd let me scarper before the coppers showed up.
Strange.
Gina, you must tell me what he swore you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you've heard, everything.
Holy shit. What you saw.
You said McGilded made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw. But you were in the pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you?
Yes, with Mr. McGilded sitting above your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but it was when I heard the thud of hitting the floor. I let out a little scream, see, I couldn't help it. Mr. McGilded heard that, dragged me out by my arm, and that's where he saw when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the geyser, what had been stamped. A disc. All bright and shiny. A disc?
Do you mean?
Yeah, that's it. The one what Deal took off me them at Windy Banks.
The dandy. Okay.
So the music box disc was there on the floor of the omnibus.
Not for long. McGilded spotted it straight away. He picked it off smartest and stuffed it inside his pocket.
So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of the Mr. Mason's murder.
And the bog-trotted told me. I went to mutter a word of it to no one.
Interesting. What you heard?
Because it was so dark under that seat in the cab. I was straining me ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the door and footsteps inside the cabin.
Presumably that was McGilded getting on board.
Nah, not only him.
Oh.
Because I could definitely make out the footsteps of 2 people.
Oh shit. Okay.
In that case, it would seem likely that it was Mr. McGilded and the victim.
Mr. Thrice Fired Mason. Hello, hello.
In this testimony during the trial, Mr. McGilded claimed to have slept during the carriage ride.
Uh-huh. That's what he claimed. Mm-hmm.
And your own testimony, Gina, supported this. Yeah, that weren't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear him talking the whole time, in low voices.
What? What were they talking about?
Sorry, I don't know. The sound of the horses and wheels was too loud. But that still tells us something. Mr. McGilded and the victim knew each other.
So McGilded was lying, as I suspected. Alright, after the event.
I knew it weren't gonna take long before someone raised the alarm and broke and had me been killed.
The bloke had been killed.
Yes, you're quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. So when the cab came to a stop, McGilded told me to hide under the seat again. I climbed in and waited. The 2 cubs from up top ran off to get the coppers.
Yes, I'm Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First.
Right. And after they'd gone, Mr. McGilded asked me to ask the driver to do him a favor.
A favor?
Now then, fella, what I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit it with the nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now. Aye, I'll give you 10 guineas.
A nearby pawnbroker? You mean on Baker Street? Interesting.
Yep, you got it. It was at Windybanks.
Yep. This is great. I love this shit. I love this shit so much. I love it. It's like a super nice meal. It's like, I take a bite out of something, and just when you think that this cannot get better, it gets juicier. It has this extra layer of flavor. This writing is mwah.
Noguchi snapped up for the money and ran off to pop his coat as fast as he could. So then there was no one left in the carriage. And McGilded opened the box under the seat. And then we got out of there. Without conditions. Not without conditions.
Oh, I see. Not without, okay.
I see.
What were the conditions? What were McGilded's conditions then? For letting you go free, I mean.
Not telling a soul. Not for anything. About what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well.
There's more?
Yeah. That's the most important thing, he said.
I'm after sending the coachman after an errand for me. There's some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all? At all?
You asked him to go pop your weasel, right?
Aye. He's been taking me overcoat to deposit with the pawnbroker hereabouts. And I want you, lass, to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand?
What? You only allowed the ticket?
That's right. I'll come fetch it from you later. Something within the next 2 months. But he's dead. You go hand on to it until then, is that clear? And whatever you do, don't lose it.
Alright then.
And in case I might happen to be delayed at all, you go to the pawn shop, Windy back so it is. And your extend the loan for 2 months is up. If you forget, you have to go be forfeited, and any old fiend could come along and buy it.
But I got that kind of brass.
It's £5. That should be enough.
What is so important about that disc?
So we understand each other, lass. Don't try anything funny now, if you go against me.
Yeah, I get it.
Good. And one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I've no doubt.
The coppers?
Aye. They'll be asking you to take the stand in court to testify as a witness. So let's have a wee chat about that, shall we?
Man, this guy's devious.
What is it you might say? And what is it we won't? You won't.
Fuck. Alright. Work out the lies. What is so special about that disc?
After I'd gone and done it all, I picked it. Went as far away from there as I could. Either the pawnbrokers take it in some bushes near the Seine. So I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark.
So McGilbert's planned it. And coerced Gina into giving false testimony. Mm-hmm. A little variety is nice.
I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied. In that big old courtroom. I told you crockers.
You crockers?
I told some corkers.
Some corkers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did say they changed Gina's entire character very late into the story.
The thing is, he said he would make it so he wouldn't live to East End no more. Couldn't live in East End no more. That's what he threatened me with. What a wicked man. He knew everything what went on in the back slums. I knew we had no one to look after us. And we was all looking out for each other, getting by together. So you mean Mr. McGilded would have... In a heartbeat, he would have been a lot of us chased out of there if we wanted. They called it gentrification. Gentrification, or somewhat.
Gina looked different for her entire character. Her entire character was different, I think. Well, maybe there was other designs, obviously. There's obviously other designs, but from my understanding... my understanding is since Lestrade was originally going to be like an upstanding, like the daughter of the inspector, but as we can see here, that's not the case at all.
And then where he could have gone, eh? Nowhere, that's where. So, I didn't have a choice. No choice.
We forgive you for that, Gina. Come on. Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything.
But I'm for it now, eh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid.
Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor.
A favor? What?
Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial. I love you so much, Ryunosuke!
Huh?
If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us.
Investigate what?
The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Shows was shot, you see.
You what? Hailey's been having a big operation right now, Jenny. Is it bad? Is he gonna be alright? Show's gonna be alright, right?
She's big tsundere. She's big tsundere. That's why I want to investigate. For Mr. Show's sake as much as anything.
Right. So what you're saying is if I sign a bit of paper, everyone's happy. Is that it?
Something like that? Miss Susato.
Yes, of course. I have the representation papers here.
Can you write? Can you write?
I don't need no one to stick up for me, though. I'm a lawyer or nothing.
Hey, but that's what friends are for.
Poor Jenny. She seems so lonely.
Friendship. Alright, now we can investigation. Well, at least this should mean we can investigate the scene at Windy Banks now.
Yes. And perhaps we can come back to visit Jenny when we're done here.
My friends are my power! I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. Now I have her representation papers. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now, that means Inspector Gregson can't stop us investigating at Windy Banks. Did you give into the British accents? What do you mean? Although something tells me he's not going to be happy about it. Oh shit, okay. How many parts so far? That was Investigation Part 3. Investigation Part 4. Jesus Christ, this is long. We're not even on the trial yet. Do these trials take place in one day? Yes. The first trial we did, it took about 3 hours. Or, actually no, it took about 7 hours in real time. The second case started at 10 a.m. and ended at 2 or 3 or something like that. And the third case was much longer. I don't even remember. So let's see. It's still April 16th. Midday. The first trial was more complex than I was expecting. I enjoyed it a lot because of that. I was like, this is great. I'm so glad that there's an actual big mystery here and it's not just a tutorial. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Oh yeah, definitely. Not to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please?
What is it now? You should go home and get some rest.
Here you are, Gregson. Here are the representation papers.
Your ladyship! How? I don't believe it! How the devil do you get that stubborn little ragabash to sign that? I salute you! That is good work, that is.
I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue.
Ah, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, I hardly feel tired at all. I'm fit as a fiddle, your ladyship.
Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime then?
Do as you please.
He's crushing his fish and chips so fucking violently.
You know where it happened, through the door behind the counter.
Yeah, but I'm not interested in that, actually. Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Windyback and Gina. Squeeze those potatoes.
Right, well, we'll be getting back to business then.
Will you be investigating the storeroom as well, Inspector?
If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. There are many articles to go through. It's taking forever. Even when the lads working around the clock. Which is a problem because there's another case the yard needs to investigate urgently.
That must be what Lord Stronghold meant by far more serious matters before.
So what I'm saying is, don't get under my feet, Sunshine.
I like that he says Sunshine because he's not Sunshine at all.
Come then, let us not waste any time.
Alrighty then. Alright, this is interesting. Why is there broken glass in there? Oh, the lantern! Oh, okay.
In the kitty, the kitty picture. The kitty picture.
Why is there a copy of the kitty picture, though? Huh. Very interessante. There's the article ledger here. And Mr. Windybank's notes and... What's this? It looks as though someone's left a little photographic print behind.
Oh, look on the back, there's some writing.
Well, fuck me.
Is there? Oh, show us, Susie, show us.
Oh, with the blood print. Huh.
15 February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposited. One gentleman's overcoat.
Huh. With blood. And I believe that mark is Magnus McGilded.
Loan amount paid, £1, redemption deadline, 15th April, 10:30 p.m.
A gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1. Clearly it was a fine coat. In fact, I think...
Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday.
And is still wearing, which belonged to McGilded. I would never have expected a redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though.
It seems Mr. Windybank just used whatever piece of paper he had to have to hand.
Huh. Is this another one? Is this supposed to be together with the other picture? But this photograph of a cat, it looks very familiar, does it? I'm sure I've seen this exact picture somewhere else recently.
Oh yes, you're right, very recently. It's the same as the one Ginny gave us earlier.
It's just a little different. I bet it's a little different. And it's a stereoscopic image.
Of course, I was forgetting that she gave us that print.
Well, what are you waiting for then, Mr. Naruto? Get it out.
Alright. Let the cogs turn.
Yep. There you go. Yeah, that's awesome. Cross-eyed 3D. Yep, it's one of those. Yes, they're exactly the same, except they're not.
Well, if the one counted was used as a redemption ticket, perhaps the other photograph Gina gave us has something written on the back too.
Haha, fun! Hurt your eyes.
I've got it. These two photographs hide an amazing secret.
A secret? What does she mean?
You must tell us, Iris. At once. Do you really want to know?
Yes, we need you to tell us all about this pair of photographs.
But first, I'm gonna look myself. Wait, here we go.
This is an adorable little cat. I think it looks like a little like Wagahai. I always thought cats like to curl up inside the heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Maybe British cats are different.
Oh, okay, wait a minute. This one doesn't have the blood mark.
This one doesn't have blood on it.
Look at the back of this print here, there's something written on it.
No blood.
13th February, 9 p.m. Article.
One small... Oh, it's for a different item. For a different item.
Loan amount paid, 10 shillings. Redemption deadline, 13th April, 9 p.m.
So it's already for sale.
So this photographic print is a redemption ticket.
For an article that was deposited 2 days prior to the incident on the omnibus, it would seem.
Here's a small box. Doesn't tell us much about it, does it?
Perhaps it contains some valuable mementos. I can't help wondering. Presumably Mr. McGilded never redeemed the article in question, since he still had the ticket. So is it possible that the box is still present somewhere in the shop?
Ah, yes! If it's something Mr. McGilded deposited, we need to investigate.
There we go. I also want to see this. Representation writ. I, undersigned, agree to legal representation by a lawyer named hereunder in regard to the following incident. Defendant Gina Lestrade, alleged offense, murder of Baker Street pawnbroker. Date of the trial, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Attorney-in-law, Ryunosuke Naruto. So I want to keep searching. Let's see here. It looks like a photograph to me. Could it be this box? It could be this box. There's so much to look at in here.
This officer's been staring intently at the wall since before we came here.
Shh! Keep it down!
Oh, sorry. There's a major clue just here.
Really? Then we must call Grexy at once.
As soon as I report, that'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer.
Stuck here? What do you mean?
I haven't been home in 2 days already. I need another constable to relieve me and take over me shift.
They really have a tough time, the British police.
That doesn't stop us investigating though, does it?
No, I suppose not. I'm pretty sure that he has a calendar he was peering at. Alright, let's look at that calendar. Oh, look here. That is very nasty. Oh yes, the bullet hole. And I can see the bullet is lodged in the wall. Presumably Mr. Windyback wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time. Oh, well... Mr. Sholmes likes to practice his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Sorry? It's all learning the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, you know. Isn't that right, Iris?
Ah, I did write something like that. Partly in jest, perhaps.
In jest?
Well, he doesn't do it often. It is quite a dangerous pastime.
He doesn't do it often. He shouldn't even do it once.
Forget that for now, Rudo. Let us examine this bullet.
Never mind that. What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? A suspicious red stain on the calendar.
Aha! I may well be able to help with that.
What?
There's something like this sight of blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Rudo?
It could be wine. Yeah, it could be, but it's a little too red, right? I don't think it's wine. Ugh. I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris. I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold.
There you have it, you see. When it comes to blood, we're all different types.
Yes, what a scientific observation.
So you need this.
Oh no, what is that scary-looking thing?
Holly and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet. But as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does.
What? Oh. Oh, the color of the bloodstain has changed.
Ah, does it make sense now?
Yes, I think I'm starting to understand. Does it change based on blood type?
Good. It works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you say.
Okay. Oh yes, wonderful.
The chemical files combines the blood and makes it change color.
Now don't worry about it. This is useful.
So you can identify whose blood it is that you're looking for at a flash.
Okay, that's actually how you reveal blood types. You put your blood inside of this veil and a chemical would change its color. And the color determines what blood type you are. Yep. I've done it. Like, I don't remember what the chemical is, but, yeah. You drop the blood in a little flask that has the chemical, it changes the color, and depending on that color is the blood type. So it's not sprayed, it's a liquid that you put into it, but it's close. It's based on something real. Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris.
Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Ginny would say it's bleeding great.
So, whose blood are we looking at then? You don't know, Iris. You don't have the person yet.
Well, all the chemical does is turn the blood into a different color, so... Just find someone whose blood turns the same color and you know it belongs to, in a flash.
It's more like 2 flashes, really, isn't it?
1 flash or 2. This could turn out to be a very valuable clue. So we must take note of it in the court record.
Alrighty then.
Let's keep testing and adding the results of any other blood analysis in the portfolio. As long as you have Regent left, sure.
Huh. Wait, can you just... Green blood? It just seems wrong somehow.
Oh, there's all sorts of types of different colors. There are pretty pinks and purples too, you know. Like I said, everyone's blood is different.
I wonder what color my blood would turn out. Actually, I don't want to know. It would be blue.
These shelves are where the pawnbroker puts articles that have been forfeited on display for customers to buy.
Yes, it's really strange miscellany, is it? I mean, who would buy this horse statue, for example?
Well, sometimes you find some real treasures among all the junk, you know. Are you alright, Bruno?
Oh, it's just, well, it looks like a collection of useless junk as a whole. But when you pick out individual things, you can't help but wish you owned them. Even that horse statue.
That's exactly how the pawnbroker works. They're very clever.
The police are scouring every inch of this place by the look of it.
Instructions on the yard are to examine every single article of the shop and every ledger and book of accounts.
Every article? But that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely.
We've been hard at it since the shop has declared a crime scene in the early hours. We're sifting through all the shifts at least, but still, we'd be working through the night, that's for sure. And even then, we'll barely have scratched the surface.
A crime in a pawnbroker's. It must be every policeman's worst nightmare.
It's every copper's worst nightmare, you know, a crime in the pawnbrokers.
Oh man. Ripperonis, my dude. Ripperonis. Alrighty. I'm fairly sure this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are, even though I'm not confident I can get it closed again.
Oh yes! That's a folding stairs.
Oh! Okay! Oh, it's the same thing but portable. Oh, that's really neat.
That's a folding stereoscope.
Really? This is a stereoscope. Mr. Show showed us this picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. But for what he used to be a great contraption over there.
Oh well, that's for shown in public houses like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special shops selling prints so you can use them. I have a little collection myself.
I wonder if I could make money out of these in Japan. It would beat my keeping my toilet spot. Here we have the toilet joke. The original toilet joke has come back. Phoenix Wright would also talk about cleaning the toilet. on 3D in theaters has apparently been a fad that's come and gone for like 100 years. It is a fad. Like, people love novelties. Capitalism. It's capitalism.
That's a music box. Do you have them where you're from, Runo?
Yes, but I've never seen one as large as this in Japan.
Oh well, this will be a treat. Shall we have a listen? What do you think? It's a pretty sound, isn't it a pretty sound?
It's a beautiful sound, yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy when all the policemen in our room are giving you fierce looks.
Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Gregsy to have a word.
Iris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard. She's the boss. She's the girl boss this whole time.
Alright. Let's look at this again.
That ledger that's open on the counter really is enormous, isn't it? It must be an awful lot of work to keep track of all these hundreds of items in pawn.
It's too much to think about. Better to sell it all and have a clear head if you ask me.
Yeah, the dog photo. Just a real ass golden retriever.
But clearly Mr. Windyback was very careful when it came to the articles in his care.
Huh, nothing about the glass, eh? Okay, time to go here.
Behind that...
Behind that door. It's the storeroom, is it? Isn't it? That's what Gregsy said.
Cesaro?
Yes, and that's where I saw that dreadful scene last night. Through the little window in the door. Mr. Windybank, face down on the floor, with Gina beside him.
As the accused legal representative, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Nalherder. We must make a thorough investigation.
Yes, of course. And we will. Behind that door, that's the real scene of the crime.
We don't quite know about that.
Don't worry. If there are any clues in there, we'll find them.
Do I actually have to hit move? Actually, let's talk with her first. Pair of photographs.
So Iris, about these two photographic prints. The one we found here on Mr. Windybank's counter and the one Gina gave us before. What is the amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these two identical prints?
Actually, that's not quite right.
Sorry?
If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly.
They're not?
Have another look at them now. Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other?
Sorry, I was actually looking at them. I was getting cross-eyed for a bit there.
I think so. It's very subtle though.
The snowman is like... yeah.
Well, what is the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints? Oh, well, that's because they're a set, you see.
No, I don't...
A pair of photographs. It's meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment.
Ah, a stereoscope. Why do I feel as though I've heard that word before recently?
Oh yes! That's what Mr. Shum showed us yesterday. You see? There it is, just over there.
Yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures looks almost real enough to touch.
Well, actually... it's quite possible to see the same depth in both pictures without one of those contraptions.
What? Really?
Do you know a pair of flat photographic prints that can appear to have any depths in the first place?
She actually knows the science behind this.
No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful! Then I'll be able to tell you.
It's because we have 2 eyes. That's literally all you need in order to perceive depth. You just need 2 eyes.
She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry investigating the scene.
I, for one, simply have to know.
Gotta tell us. Gotta tell us.
Have you considered, Rudo, how our eyes see depth in the world around us?
Well, I just opened them and it works.
Bless your heart.
But the reason it works is because we have to...
What did I tell you? What did I tell you, you guys?
Pixie's smart. I have big brain.
That's literally all you need. 2 eyes. PP is writing the game again.
It's because we have 2 eyes.
2 eyes? Shocking.
If you try closing it just one at a time, I think you'll see straight away. What you see with your left eye, and what you see with your right eye.
Yeah, it shifts perspective.
Are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye.
Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly.
Exactly. And in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the 2 views into one. And that's how we can sense depth in everything we see.
Of course, you know, it depends how your eyes are.
My brain is really amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me.
Oh, I think I see. So, the pair of photographs consist of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick.
So if you can persuade your brain to merge the 2 pictures together in your head, you're able to see depth in these prints. I can't speak anymore.
Yes, Bruno. You're beginning to understand.
And a stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that.
Yes, but as long as you have 2 images, 2 eyes, and 1 brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all.
You can, really.
Let's try it. Let's see if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go.
Susato-san really loves this kind of thing.
Oh well, fuck me then. I know, right? I know, right? Or just people with just a messy eye. Like half blindness or cataracts. Yeah. Oh boy. I just realized I can't see things too close to my face. What the fuck? Well, most people can't see close to your face because it gets blurred out. You have to see it with at least just one eye, but if it gets too close, it blurs out anyway. You're not meant to view things in a microscopic level anyway.
You need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing. Can you both do that?
Cross my eyes? I think I can.
Watch me. And see if you can copy.
Oh, here we go. Ooh.
Make your eyes do this. Alright, let me try.
Oh boy, here we go.
Are you ready, Mr. Nahiru? No! There, how's that?
This is so dumb.
Wonderful! Now it's your turn, Rudo.
Oh no, here we go.
The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time.
Not exactly an easy task when two people are staring at you cross-eyed.
Alright, that's enough practice. Now let's try looking at the prints. Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes.
Okay.
You should see two overlapping images like this. You try it now, Bruno.
I'm just going to give it a try, I suppose.
The print split into two images for you. Now the next step.
Okay, I get it now. Oh, so that's how it works. Okay, actually, now I make it... Oh, that actually works. Okay, I was looking at it wrong. Yeah, that's actually neat. It only works for a second, though. Because your brain is like, whoa! Stop!
Is to put the pair of prints side by side like this. And then to try crossing your eyes again.
You have to look right in the middle. But it's gonna be a blurry image no matter what. I think it's gonna be blurry no matter what, because you're gonna see double.
The prints just slowly merge together. Until...
Yeah, it was looking straight ahead. That was really cool. That's exactly what I was feeling, that it was looking straight. It wasn't like 3D, but the cat was looking straight at me instead of to the side.
They form new single image in the center. Oh yes! Mr. Nahuda, it works! I can see it in the middle now. It looks so real! No! Oh, I could just look at it all day.
You're gonna I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt.
Now your turn, Runa.
Yep, you can see a middle one. A middle image. That's really cool. It's very blurry for me though. But you can see a middle image appear. That's really neat. But they slowly just start to like fade away because my eyes are like, what the fuck?
Pretend you're looking through two pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Just keep adjusting the position until the two images overlap exactly in the middle.
That's really, really cool. I actually see the third image perfectly. That's awesome! It actually works for me now. Fuck, okay. It's still very blurry though. That's really neat. Yay! Can you imagine going to a museum like this and everybody's just cross-eyed? And you're like, what the fuck? Like this, is it?
Now you managed it. So now you know how stereoscopic images work.
You would pay to see that?
Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary.
You can't do it? You have to focus that the two images become a third image in the middle. Like, you'll see a total of 3 images in your periphery. And the middle one will be very kind of blurry, but it will be looking straight at you instead of side to side. It's pretty neat.
So what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Reno?
It's certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly.
No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we?
And I already freaking touched it, so we already spoke about it.
If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here and set the pair of photographs in it and at the stand back and...
You see the cat facing you. It's still amazing even though I know roughly how it works now.
Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently.
These little machines are so affordable. Surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them.
But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so, in any case.
Stereoscopic pictures? I never even heard of them until yesterday. I certainly learnt a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need. That's the game going, remember this. Remember this shit. Remember this shit for the trial. So, this game will remember this. Okay, so we got this other photo here. So this is the second of 2 photographic prints of the cat. And it really looks like Wagga High. It looks exactly the same as the first photograph at first glance. I suppose that's why it's so compelling. What's so compelling? Actually, now that we have both pictures, I could have another go at viewing them as a stereoscopic image. So I need to cross my eyes and try to get the 2 cats to merge in the middle as one. It's such a hard thing to do. Whoever thought of this in the first place has spent a long time staring. So, we gotta talk about this.
Mr. Naruto, I don't know if you noticed, but there's something rather troubling here.
I have noticed.
The red smear, you mean?
Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if Susanto-san had picked up on that. Well, in that case...
Yes, we need Iris.
We should show this to her before we forget. Ryu will not remember this. This is a ticket that Gina brought here yesterday.
Yes, having been entrusted to her by Mr. McGilder 2 months earlier.
Oh, it has blood! Because McGilded stabbed the person. So that's gonna be Mason's blood. Interessante.
Article deposited, 1 gentleman's overcoat.
And the other redemption ticket was in the pocket of that coat. Yes, for a small box.
For a small box deposited 2 days before the omnibus incident.
Wait a minute. 2 days before the omnibus incident? That makes no sense. Wait. Huh. Could that have anything to do with all this? Well, they definitely have something hidden. Oh, cool! Alright. What else to... Okay. Let's present. The blood.
Oh, that looks like blood.
I would say it's from a gloved finger. Almost certainly a glove made of leather.
But don't worry, Runo. You can leave the rest to me.
Apple Grandpa. Yeah, AG, we have no idea what his name is. Look at that. Purple. Yep, it's gonna be a different color.
Yes, that's the color we haven't seen before, is it? He was simply added to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue.
Poible.
Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point.
Well, this particular stain of blood.
Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is?
I think I do. Yes, I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the color it turned out, but with a little deduction.
That's right. I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well. You first, Bruno. Who do you think it belongs to?
Alright, I believe this is the blood of... Thrice-fired Mason. Thrice-fired Mason.
You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there.
Fuck! It's not? Then the freaking Windy Bank? Well, it was 2 months ago now in that case. And of course I never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. It was definitely thrice-fired though. Oh no, I did the right thing. I did the right thing. He just went thrice-fired Mason? The victim of the omnibus case. Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. But that would mean that this bloodstain was left in the ticket 2 months ago.
Yes, I think it was. Hell yeah. My deductive reasoning prevailed. Gina brought this ticket here to Windy Banks yesterday. I'm suggesting that the bloodstain was already on it at that time.
So it's a smear of blood from the time Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago.
At that time, you would think the blood would be brown, but, you know, who cares?
Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night.
I did not lie!
I just changed my mind. The reason why I started streaming today is because I went to the DMV and getting my car registered is a pain in the fucking ass. So when I did the whole thing, apparently it's going to take 8 fucking weeks? 4 to 8 weeks. So 1 to 2 months from now. So I'm like, well, okay. Is it because of the pandemic? Probably. Probably. Maybe they're short-staffed. My job is the same way, honestly. It takes fucking forever to get things done. So, yeah. I got really upset. Because I might have to pay a lot of late fees, but, you know, that's what happens. That's what happens. So, this week, I'm just gonna forget about it for now until things are done. Yep, 4 to 8 weeks to get the title. To just get the title of the car, because I don't own the car. I'm still paying it through a line holder. So the line holder told me, okay, I gotta tell you that it may take 4 to 8 weeks. And I'm like, dude, 4 to 8 weeks? Yeah, it takes a long time. It's a lot of hard work trying to get it. And I'm like, holy fuck, man. But yeah, from Florida to Indiana, it's gonna take a while, apparently. Now I ask you, is a good haunted soul when it rushed to I felt a feeling breathing from his stomach. So now we see the gloves and you see the thumb right here. The thumb had blood. Yeah, Mail is fucked. It certainly does look like a leather-gloved thumbprint at this mark. But now we know that Mr. McGilded had no injuries at the time anywhere in his body. From which we can conclude that any blood from the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason.
Mr. Nahodo, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes.
Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. Aww.
I think you're right, Runa. Very well. Let's make a note of this.
Awesome. This is great. This case mwah, is awesome. This whole game has been so awesome. I love it. It might be better than Apollo Justice. It's slowly taking the top tier spot. It's pushing Apollo Justice down. So Wendy Bank is dead. Gina Lestrade did not want to take up a lawyer, but we we forced it out of her to tell us the truth, that she lied in the previous case, obviously. She lied and she was threatened by McGilded to lie. And she was forced to get the coat and all of that stuff because the disc is apparently really important for some reason. Like, there's something special about that disc. Susato was able to force Gina to accept Ryunosuke as her defense lawyer, because we need representation in order to investigate the case. We need that right to investigate. And Susato is going to leave for Japan tomorrow, the day of the trial. Susato is going to leave because her dad is sick. So, yeah, we won't have Susato tomorrow. Yeah, Susato fucking told Gina the what's what. Awesome. New location added. Let's go inside the storeroom. Ooh, that's a lot of tasty blood right there. Is that the little box? Aw, Iris, is this your first time seeing a crime scene like this? Poor Iris. She's clammed up completely. I hope Susato comes back later and her dad doesn't fucking die. Me too! Oh, me too, man.
Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Windybank's life was taken in this very room only last night.
Also, Holmes is in deep trouble because the anesthetic is not working, and I wonder if it's connected to Wilson's case. I wonder if Wilson is actually alive, dude. It's very plausible. Sherlock is under extreme operation right now. But he'll be fine. He's in the sequel, so he's fine. I'm not worried about him. Let's continue. Hey, Gregson. Hey, come back here. Wait, Inspector. Is his brother Burlock? Get the fuck out of here.
That isn't now, Sunshine. You took one look at me and tried to run away. You think Scotland Yard Inspector would run away from a jumped-up little defense lawyer, do you?
Look at Iris. Be nice.
I never seen her ladyship looking like that before, is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her.
Aww. Yeah, she needs emotional support.
So you weren't running away from me, you were running away from a 10-year-old.
I'm afraid this is all a little too much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector.
Aww.
Eh?
Yeah. Aww.
Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you?
No! Gregson! She's about to cry!
Craig! I don't think that went very well. Why? Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, Sunshine, and I told you not to get under my feet.
And we have investigating to do ourselves.
Yes. I'd like to hear more of that socially inept inspector has to say.
Socially inept.
Oh, Hurley.
And inquire into how Mr. Sholmes' operation is going.
Converse. The scene of the crime.
So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here? Pshaw! You've got eyes, haven't you? Use them! That's what it looks like, nothing more, nothing less.
Iris, could you lend me a hand? Did you inspect the gun?
So, Gregsy, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Oh yes, your ladyship, allow me to humbly explain. Last night, shortly after the hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. And the one and only door to the storeroom was found locked from the inside.
So it was locked from the inside. I wonder if that's the box, the one that's opened.
The lock appears broken now, though. What's that the police officer's doing?
Quite right, ma'am, quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in as humbly as possible.
He really hates Ryu's guts.
Oh!
As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thus wise. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child.
Are you talking about Jenny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector.
Uh-oh. Yeah, prostate means... yeah. That's actually what it means.
Miss Lestrade, the hapless girl, was curled...
The hapless girl.
was curled up in the floor, dead to the world.
She's still alive, you know. Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious.
I'm afraid to say she had a gun used in her hand.
It was used in her hand?
No!
We'll see about that. Presumably it's the gun that's shown here on the floor below.
In her pocket, we found the key to the door as well.
What?
What? The key of this storeroom?
And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector?
Correct. All of which leaves her ladyship's friend in some kind of sticky situation, I'm afraid.
Oh my god, what if it's the same shenanigans as Edgy? Where we still don't know what the fuck happened 5 years ago for Van Sykes.
Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's all some sort of misunderstanding.
Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is. Sholmes' operation, please.
Gregsy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he?
The thing is,
Don't mince your words, Inspector, please.
Yeah. He also has the green coat, just like Gumshoe.
You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is...
No, the operation's done and dusted. It's just that, well...
Out with it!
Yes, ma'am! They use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing. It renders the whole body insensitive. The whole body? Anesthetized. Without feeling. Is that even possible? It means the operation can be completed without a patient as fast asleep.
Oh,
Goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we just managed to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction.
The trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod off, so I hear. And now that the operation's finished, they can't get him to wake up, apparently.
Oh my!
well, shit.
No one knows if the anesthetic is still in his system or the bloke is just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they can do is stand back and watch until he comes round again.
At least it wasn't morphine. As long as it's not morphine, it's okay. Because, man, morphine can just kill you. Morphine, if you just decide to double the dose, you're fucking dead, dude. It's just a full cardiac arrest. Like, you just stop.
Holy.
Also could be addictive. Morphine is addictive, yes. Opium is super addictive. It has numbing properties, and you can overdose on opium. It's really, really awful depending on the... Depends on the opium you're using, of course, but yes, it can be really, really fucking bad.
The moment he opens his eyes, your ladyship, I swear I shall get the word to you.
Isn't Sherlock a drug addict in the books, though? No and yes. He does have a lot of tobacco, but it's not very clear in most stories. Like, these are all short stories. The original Sir Arthur Conan Doyle stories didn't really go into Holmes as a character. But a lot of people would say that he was an addict of, and, you know, just let's put the morphine in, baby. Feels good. What a surprise! Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has to do things his way. All right, time to investigation. Then do investigation. Look at all these articles that have been deposited. The room is stuffed full of them.
I can't believe how many there are. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments. Even some enormous paintings, look.
Pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering dust here together. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least, there would be. If it were not for the chalk outline on the floor of the policeman shuffling around.
How much I can do about that, sunshine?
Alright. Let's look at the chest. Out of all the articles in this room, storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked. This is where the manuscript was, eh? Hell yeah, cocaine.
You got a little toothache, Jimmy?
Age 3?
Let me rub some cocaine on there,
on little Jimmy's toothache. What is it, Iris?
That's the box file that my manuscript was kept in. Oh.
Yeah, laughing gas. Isn't chloroform just laughing gas? I believe chloroform is just laughing gas. Drink some cocaine, sniff some cocaine, eat some cocaine. Iris's unpublished story, The Hound of the Baskervilles. Oh, I see. Surely that's not what all this is. What all this...
You must check inside the box at once. Yes.
And it's probably not there. Uh-huh.
It was there. Iris's story was there.
Really? It was? Oh, that's good news, isn't it, Iris?
Yes. I mean, of course. I believed Hurley when he said he deposited here, but still. It's a relief to actually see it.
Yeah, you can trust Holmes. I don't think... Why would he even lie about that, right? Really? Because that's not very well hidden frown. What's going on, Iris? Let's look at the court record for a second. Hound of the Baskervilles. That's a very long story. It's not even that long. The Hound of the Baskervilles. How did Susato-san know the exact title of this unpublished story? Susato? I suppose I'll just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. You'll just have to wait. I'm pretty sure it's just, I know Wilson, and that's it. So let's look at the gun. This is a revolver, a real one.
And quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Windybank's life. What's the matter, Susie? You and Bruno look like you're about to faint. Well, it's just that I rarely seen a gun in the flesh.
And I've had issues with guns in the past. But anyway, we saw Mr. Windybank with this yesterday, didn't we? God. Game, this is not... Come on, man. It must be the same gun. Are you sure about that? And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door storeroom here, that was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand.
Mr. Windybank told us that he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he? Well, it's empty now. And only one bullet he had in this gun has been fired.
So we can finally certain that there was only a single shot fired from this revolver. Importante to take note of. The police have marked the position of the body with a shock line.
Poor Mr. Windybank. He was a nice old man.
Well, he was shot just once through the heart.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Let me turn on lights here. Gotta turn it on. Also, my plants are a little dry. Let me fix them. Alright, flowers have been wetted.
Most likely, and the fellow died instantly, so he wouldn't have felt a thing.
I'm pretty sure you still feel when you get shot in the heart. Unfortunately. I'm pretty sure. Unless the shock knocks you out. The shock will knock you out, of course, but I'm pretty sure you'll feel pain. Sure does.
This must be his blood then.
Ah,
Yeah, put some spray in there.
I don't like to ask such a wretched time, Iris, but I wonder if perhaps... Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action.
Is it gonna be green? Blue! Whose blood is the green?
So now we know the color of the chemical turns when it reacts to Mr. Wendybank's blood.
Is it probably Shom's blood?
It doesn't match our analysis of the bloodstain we found in the main shop. No, but let's add this sample to the others we've already collected anyway.
She's trying hard to put on a brave face.
Blue, green, and purple.
Alrighty then. Iris?
Don't worry, I'm alright. But we must find the true culprits. Yes, absolutely.
Aww. Baby.
She is baby.
Should we present anything to him? I'm gonna present all of this to him.
Is that what I think it is? Your ladyship's latest.
Yes, my latest story. It's called The Hound of the Baskervilles.
A most fascinating title, your ladyship. Fascinating. And, I don't suppose... Would there be any mention of my humble self in this tale this time?
Good question. I can't really remember.
I see. Well, why would you, your ladyship? I'll just wait until the publication with eager anticipation.
Oh my god. You needn't worry, Inspector. I'm sure if you do appear, you won't be doing anything particularly remarkable.
You're looking to be arrested, Sunshine?
I didn't mean it like that. And even if I did, you wouldn't have bitten her ladyship's head off, would you? Jeez. Nah. Nothing.
In that case, Grixie, what about some herbal tea?
I don't think they're that accidental. Ryu has shown himself to be a sassy man sometimes.
Ah, lovely. Tell very much. Now we really hit the spot, your ladyship.
You don't mind sharing that that then. Alright. Nope. Nothing else. Bitch. Alright. Nothing else, eh? Alright. I think we can just move. I think we need to go back with Mr. Sholmes. Well, nothing. Nothing yet. Okay. He can be a little rude, as a treat. Gina doesn't appear to be here.
I believe she must be in questioning at the moment. Oh, but wait a minute.
What is it, Iris?
Well, if you examine the scene here carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there? Ginny could have slipped the key from the jailer when she wasn't looking and escaped.
Oh my! Why would she do something like that? It would only make her situation worse.
Calm down, Bruno. I was only joking, of course. Oh.
Oh. You had me worried there. I thought it was a great deduction.
Yes, it must be your way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive. Perhaps you don't fully understand the weight that your words carry. Oh dear. I'm sorry. I suppose a little light-hearted great detective is a contradiction in terms.
You're only 10 years old. I wouldn't blame you. Well, in the same situation, I'm sure Mr. Sholmes would have just thrown his head back and guffawed.
I'm not entirely sure that's helpful, Mr. Narhodo.
Well, anyway, it looks like we won't be able to talk with Gina for a while. I will try to make progress with our investigation in the meantime.
Yes, come along then, Reno. Come along, Susie.
Alright. Where should we go? Nope, not here. Let's go back to the main shop. Let me present some stuff. Let's present this to her.
Oh, my manuscript.
Mr. Sholmes says he deposited at Windybanks and he had.
But it's so strange. What is it about this particular story? I worked so hard on it. Why would Hurley say I couldn't publish it?
I'm afraid I have no idea. All you can do is wait until he's ready to tell you, I suppose.
Oh, maybe. It's because Hurley isn't in it enough. Maybe I didn't give him enough good lines.
Yes, maybe. I wish I could say definitely isn't the reason, but I can't. Let's present everything to her. Why not? It's a boring old thing, really, but... Don't like boring things. Ah. Oh my god. Modesty is easily misinterpreted by young Western children.
Who does like boring things? No one likes to be shown something boring. Come to think of it, you're always introducing things with, this is boring, what? It's a bad habit, you should stop it.
I'll be sure to let the entire population of the Empire of Japan know in my return.
Humbleness? Not a thing in the West. Oh my god. Did I already show this to her?
The way you can identify different peoples as blood like this is amazing. You really are a genius, Iris.
I know, I am. And if Hanley and I put our minds to it, we could really shake up Britain's chemists and alchemists.
How you can really shake up Japan's lawyers and judges, couldn't you, Mr. Naruto?
Oh, for sure. Even if I didn't intend to.
Poor Jenny. It's all my fault, really. But she'll be alright, won't she? In court tomorrow, I mean.
I'll defend it with everything I've got.
So, she'll be alright, won't she?
Oh my god. Am I that bad at instilling confidence? Nope, nothing new there. And if we try to look over here, I already selected that and that. Let's move over here. Oh, I did not select this for some reason.
It's that strange contraption that lets you see pictures of things that are right in front, as if they are right in front of your eyes. It makes you think. When Mr. Shum gleefully showed this to us yesterday, we were blissfully unaware of that any of this was about to happen.
Okay. That's it. I selected everything. Let me go back in here just in case. Nope. He didn't do anything with this, right? Nope. Come on. Get out of here. Get out of here. Come on. Huh. I'm pretty sure I checked everything else here. The gun. This place right here has nothing for it. Yeah, I got everything, I guess. Should we just return to the suite? Apparently not. Let's move again. Nope. We went to the prison. We went to the hospital. Don't tell me I had to go to the prison and then the hospital. No. Thank goodness. Baker Street, the main shop, the storeroom. What the hell do I need to do? What the fuck is going on here? Nope. That's not it. Weird. Nope, nothing that we can do here anymore. Weird. Nope. I'm a little lost as to what to do here. Nope. Nope, get out of here. Get out of here. What other characters are there? I feel like we already did everything. What am I missing? Like, we already spoke with them. And I thought I presented everything. Did I miss something? Nope. He says nothing about this either. God damn it. This is a very long animation, so it's kind of painful to watch this again and again. God damn it. Huh. Let me think. What do we have to do next? What do we have to do next? Huh. Am I missing something from this? Nope. I don't think I am. Uh-huh. Nothing. I don't think it's that either. That's cool. His name was Pop Windybank. Weird. Weird. I feel like we have to go to the prison, I thought. But there's nothing in the prison. I don't get it. I don't understand what I'm missing. Nope. You can still check this out, though. Nope. Nothing here. I am a little lost. I am a little lost. Nothing new over here. I mean, yeah, there's some things are... I'm allowed to check some of the stuff here, but I'm not going to.
Where's Kitty? That's what I want to know. I want to know where's Kitty.
Weird. Am I just missing something? Okay, wait. I think I'm just missing a thing. Give me a second here. Coat. Didn't I already show this to him? Let me see. This is so painful that I just don't remember. No, fuck. Oh, wait. Okay, fuck me. I hate this game sometimes. God damn it. I had to show him this. I just had to show him this. This is for the box. After trying with the other items, I just needed to show the last one I wasn't showing. God damn it. Inspector, what do you make of this?
Well, we have it here then. A redemption ticket for an article deposited here, is it? Looks like someone ran out of the office stationery and wrote the ticket on whatever paper he was to hand. Yes, it is a ticket of McGilda's overcoat. And the little diver turned up with yesterday.
Oh, actually no, it's not.
Really? You think you know better than me, do you?
No, I didn't mean to,
No, that's right, Gregsy. It isn't the same ticket.
Of course it isn't! Of course it isn't! I never doubted you, your ladyship. So, what is all about this then, if I be so bold to ask?
This is a second ticket.
A second one?
It seems that Mr. McGilded in fact had another article in storage here at Windybanks.
Is that right?
I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Nahiru.
Oh good. Guess he was so easy to talk to. Okay, finally he has a new thing to talk about. Ah, man. I was clicking around just for that. This ticket was one of the pockets of Mr. McGilded's overcoat.
Hey, you mean to tell me?
Yes, there was more than just the music box disc, it seems.
I should have insisted on the lads taking it back to the yard and examining it properly.
Well, according to the details on this ticket, Mr. McGilded deposited another article here with Mr. Windybank.
Yes, I can see it written here. A small box, was it?
Do you have any idea where it is, Gregsy? Any idea at all? Is there another article belonging to Mr. McGilded? It could be an important clue.
Yes, well, I suppose it could be. Please, stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes, all full of hope and expectation. It's far too much pressure. I will lose my marbles. I'll go barking. I will.
The way he eats that. Infinite fish. I'm so hungry. The way he eats that makes me so fucking hungry. It's no time for dog impressions, Inspector.
That's enough sauce from you, sunshine. There's one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it?
Oh yes, of course. Articles are only held for 2 months. So the small box will no longer be in here then.
That's right. It has been forfeited.
I mean, he said he was gonna go barking. Of course he was gonna be called a dog.
Which means it could be in the shelves in the very front of the shop, where forfeited items are offered for sale.
Yes, the shelves in the front. We must search them at once.
You're wasting your time.
Oh!
There are dozens of little boxes out there, hundreds even. I can't possibly know which one they've been McGilded's. That information is not written in the ledger.
Well, I think we should at least have a look, just in case.
Of course, your ladyship, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure.
It's getting old. I agree, Ryunosuke. I agree.
I nearly jumped on my skin there. How could Mr. Windyback set up such a wicked trap?
I doubt he set out to scare anyone.
Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon.
Oh,
Her trial is tomorrow. If we must establish whether or not you will be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. Don't you remember, Runo? You told her she would rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be her lawyer.
really? Did I say that? Yes, you did.
Yes! You did! Yes, you did!
You dumbass.
The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching.
In that case, we had better hurry back to prison and talk to Gina again. Looks like we're not going to check anything, eh? God damn it. That little box will have to wait. Wait.
Yes, this is where all the items have been forfeited by the original owners or offered for sale. That's right. They've all got little price labels on them, but there's so many. I wonder if the small box this ticket was for is still on the shelf.
It's still in the shelves somewhere. That was Ryunosuke talking. If the box McGilded deposited here just over 2 months ago.
Even if it were, finding it promises to be very troublesome indeed. There's so many boxes. It could be any one of them.
Mr. Sholmes said that the pawnbroker was the safest place to store anything more secure than a bank's vault. So perhaps this small box of Mr. McGilded contains something of great value.
Well, if that's the case, he probably kept it locked.
So then we need to find a very box with the lock and break them all open. No! God damn it.
That sort of misconduct would get you arrested. I won't let that happen.
Ah, this takes me back. It's been some time since Usato-san last threw me. Calm the fuck down. I think that's all we can really look at right now. Let's go to prison. Hey, Gina. Ah, Gina, good. You're back.
The police must have finished questioning her then. Oh, how was it, Jenny? Was it awful? Oh, didn't bother me.
Thank you for the papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate at Windybanks.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been ever so busy. What's the point in asking? Won't change whatever is saying that I did it. That's not...
Gina, we come to ask you for your final decision.
Eh? What decision?
About tomorrow's trial. Would you let me defend you or not?
I must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naohiro to represent you. Right, I see.
She really lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear. Alright. What you got to say?
What you got to say?
I almost want to represent everything. But, yeah, let's converse. What we uncovered. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, alright then, blimey! Give it a rest with the eyes, Iris. So come on then, fill us in. Who done it?
Unfortunately, we don't know that yet.
You don't say.
We don't know yet, Gina.
We're missing our hero and all of us know that you are innocent of this crime.
And while you haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts that we've managed to establish.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Like, well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know why you broke into Mr. Windybank that night. It looks like I'm going to have to take some evidence to what clearly reveals the reason, and thrust it in Gina's face. Or I could present it to her calmly, I suppose. Let's, present it right now. We found this in Mr. Windybank's storeroom. The manuscript of Iris's latest story.
Oh, right. Well, that's good then.
Curiously, the storeroom at Windybanks showed no sign of being ransacked for items of value or the like. With one exception. A box file that was housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke open the box containing the manuscript last night? You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of Baskervilles was really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it? Why don't you tell us what happened, please? Yay! Representation in court.
We already have the representation papers and all the documents we need.
All we have to do is hand it over to the court desk. That is, if you allow me to represent you in court tomorrow.
Nah, don't bother. Jenny, rip 'em up and chuck 'em, would ya? Them representation papers or whatever they're called. This still ain't fancy enough to have a bin.
So, what will you do in court tomorrow?
I'll be fine on my own. I don't think you will be. Look, it doesn't matter. What's gonna happen is gonna happen.
This is one stubborn pickpocket. Alright, let's see if we can convince her.
Alright, yeah. The Baskervilles story. It's the latest shown adventure, right? But it ain't even printed yet. So I figured it's gotta be worth a few pieces of silver, right? Oh yes, at least £5,000. What?
So you intended to sell Iris's manuscript, did you?
Oh, Jenny, how could you? What? Wait, no, hang on. Of course I wasn't gonna sell it. All I wanted to do is find out the mantle script or whatever you call it really was there or not. That's the only reason I was in the first place. For Iris's sake, isn't that right?
Aww. We knew why you'd done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did.
But I knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Jenny. I just knew it. Well,
When I saw the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you said the night before. Yeah, she wanted to prove it. But she was proved wrong. Sholmes is a man of his word. Yeah, she is definitely projecting. She's like, my trauma is everybody's trauma. But hey, she did do it for Iris. To be fair, Sholmes is a very eccentric guy, so I don't blame anybody for feeling like he's untrustworthy.
Hi, Jenny. That was so sweet of you. Alright, alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris.
Reason for breaking in.
It weren't because of Iris. That's not why I did it. I just wanted to know the truth, that's all. You wanted to know Mr. Sholmes was being honest. If he really deposited the manuscript at Windybanks. It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. But Iris' lot ain't like mine. She's got a dad, only she can't see him. I reckon that's gonna be harder.
Aww.
That's why she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really.
Aww. How did they make the Sholmes stories so much cuter in retrospect? Oh no, it wasn't Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. It was the girl missing her dad.
That's what it sounded like to me anyway. Last night when I was listening to you, what you were saying. Stories about my daddy.
You mean they're not the adventures of a great detective, so much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner.
Well, that's how I see it, yeah. You're so thoughtful and so kind, Jenny.
To believe snakes drink milk. I know, it's such a stupid story. It's one of the worst.
Yes, and we never thought any differently, did we? Look, give it a rest, will ya? I ain't all this chummy nonsense. Yeah, I hate it. I don't trust no one, right? That's how I work. 'Cause you don't trust no one can let you down.
Aw. Man, this girl has been betrayed once too many times.
So leave me alone. Go on, scupper.
Wait a minute. Dude, look at the sleeves. Look at the sleeves. Was that there before? I don't think that was there before. They're dirty. With blood. I think that's blood. I hadn't noticed till now, but it's unmistakable. Right there, both sleeves of the overcoat. Coffee? There's some very suspicious red stains.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I think it might be worth presenting some other findings to Gino now. Big present. The box and the coat. Should we do the coat? Or the box? Banks. Let's show the blood examples first. Those stains on the sleeves of your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet.
What? Blood, Mr. Naruto.
You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. So could it be the blood that spattered from Mr. Windybanks when he was shot last night?
Let's not beat around the bush here. This trustee's friend of mine will get results much faster than anything else. Take it easy, Iris. Don't move, Ginny. I'm going to shoot.
What color, what color, what color, what color? If it's blue, it's Windybanks. It's Mason's. Mason's. Oh.
Oh.
Oh my.
What the?
Forget the sleeves. The whole coat is covered in blood.
The whole coat is covered in blood.
Poible, that's Mason. Of course. The black color of the fabric was masking the stains. That's why we haven't seen them until now.
And the blood has reacted with the chemical to turn a purple color, which matches up the samples that we've already collected perfectly. Yes, now let's see. Who had the purple blood? Aha! Yes, it was the brickmaker, Mr. Mason. The victim of a murder case 2 months ago.
I would like to take that shit off. I knew it.
What? What are you all on about? The victim? What do you mean? It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruto, but I think it makes things quite clear. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. The truth about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed. Oi! Let someone explain what's going on! And stop telling half a story!
Ginny, you deserve this. The truth of the omnibus case.
Oi!
Oi! Oi! Maybe there was a accomplice trying to hide shit? No! Like, he probably is another person that owed a bunch of money to him. Oi! We'll see. Who knows how many crimes McGilded has done. We can see now that the victim's blood is all over McGilded's overcoat.
Yeah, but in the final trial 2 months ago, the defendant said this in his testimony.
Uh-huh. I still wonder why he even killed Mr. Mason. Doesn't make a lot of sense just to kill a poor person. Just because he owed you money. Instead of just taking everything he has, you know? If you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. Those stains wouldn't have arisen from McGilded trying to pull the victim to his fate. It could be that he made the music box, yeah. No, if that was what really happened, the blood wouldn't have splashed all over from the front of the coat. The only explanation for this pattern of blood is that it splattered all over McGilded's coat when he stabbed the victim in the stomach. I've tried to run from the truth for long enough, but there is no escaping it now. The true culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, was Magnus McGilded.
Mr. Naruto.
That horrible case is solved at last. And I helped the man walk free from that trial. I used all that twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. How could I let that happen? Gina helped. To be fair.
Reno, did you believe him though?
No, he did not.
Do you believe Mr. McGildet was innocent?
I believed. Or rather, I think I was trying to believe. Or wanted to. I wanted to. Because believing in those you represent in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon.
A weapon?
A lawyer's weapon. Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson. But I think it was more believe in yourself, Kazuma told you to believe in yourself more than anything else. Because the first case was you, Naruhodo. It was you who was innocent. You can't blame him for trying to do his job and being fooled by petty evidence. Yeah. Just like Phoenix did.
You mean Kazuma-sama?
Yeah.
We lawyers are only human! Oh.
You can't know for sure what is truth and what is a lie. Which is why we must resort to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we really have. Unwavering belief. Only then you truly believe what your client tell us can you fight with everything you have for the cause. For their cause. Yeah, but Kazuma... Unwavering. What's funny, Gina?
Cool. Sounds like the Emperor of Japan you come from. Everyone must be soft.
Yeah, that ship is really strong.
Oh, come on. Look at the mess it got you into believing in that bug trotter.
Yes, I inadvertently helped a murderer walk free. But why was he killed?
Well, at least you learnt your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone always stabs you on the back in the end. As soon as you let your God, you've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Fuck. Believe in no one, get hurt by no one.
I don't know about that.
Gina, may I ask you something? What? I'd like just to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? How many times do I have to say it? Rip them up and chuck them away. Are you really sure that's what you want? I bet that's what you all want now. Wants all now? Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Don't forget it was me at that trial 2 months ago. I led everyone into that garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you can believe in me after that? Not likely. Well, Mr. Naruhodo?
The lawyer's primary weapon is unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina after everything that's happened.
Oh shit. You can choose not? I kind of want to see what happens when you don't. Yeah, she will die. It's to the gallows. I can't trust her. Then I'll load up the save. But what choice do I really have here? I have to believe. Oh, come on! Come on! It was a non-choice?
Video game? Video game?
You know what? For that, we're loading the save. Fuck you. I'm mad. Gina, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial.
Eh? Are you half-baked?
Not at all. You've not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth.
Seriously, Mr. Naru Odo.
Aww, she trying. Narrow Odo. Aww. She's trying. Yeah, this is the very first time she's ever said his name.
Did you hear what I said before? I'm a born liar. Fibs just trip off mid-tongue. And I'm a diver, don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago, and I got you into all sorts of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it.
Narrow Odo.
Jaina, I do understand why you choose not to put your trust in others. I assure you, there is more to life than you yet realize. What do you mean? The world we live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who would never let you down. Eh?
Aww. Friendship. We gathered here today for the Nakam. Oops, I hit that before reading it. It's true that I'm just a student of law and I'm clearly lacking in courtroom experience. But I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I'm completely on your side.
What? What do you expect me to say to that?
Aww. She crying. She's crying. Are you a little baby? You's a little baby?
Then it's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully. What do you like? Do what you like. You Eastern Laura. What? I don't know what you are. I don't get you.
Why? Gina's taken herself to the back of her cell. She never admitted, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out to be alright in the end, I think. But Susato is not going to be with you, Ryunosuke. Oh boy. You're all alone.
Whoever's hiding there, show yourself at once! Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice.
Miss Susato!
Somebody's in here in the shadows.
I can sense it. Someone who wasn't there before.
What? Is it the dandy? Oh, Gregson. Hi, Gregson.
I suppose you were using one of those mystic Japanese arts. An art of stealth I have heard so much about.
If anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector.
Blimey!
Grexy!
Oh, dearie me. I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you.
How long have you been listening to our conversation?
Good grief, listening in? No. I just got word of some visitors who were refusing to leave even though it was after hours. I assure you, your ladyship, I just arrived at this very minute, not a moment earlier. That is all. Nothing untoward. Nothing at all.
After hours? Is it that late already?
Listen then, I humbly excuse myself out, your ladyship. Ta-ta, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best, by the by and by.
That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate to her ladyship.
Oh, I wanted to have a chat.
I'm terribly sorry, but time's pressing at the minute.
Oh, I see. That's a shame.
If I don't get this emergency to Supreme Court dealt with the sharpish Lord Strongheart, well...
Emergency?
Lord Strongheart?
Nothing! Forget I said anything! Anyway, I'm off!
Bye, Gregson.
Alright, Grexy. If you have to. But let's chat soon.
Delighted, charmed, can't wait! If you please, my pleasure.
That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere. No, I don't think so. We'll see. I think they're talking about the Great Exhibition more than anything else. Maybe the funds are gone? They did talk about the funds and the robbery. It may have something to do with it.
Grexy's so funny. He says such silly things.
He's certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police fawning to a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court.
I must attend the court's office tomorrow before it closes.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Mr. Sato. This is it.
Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Narhedo. I shall meet with you there later.
Susato! And so, our investigation came to an end. Susato-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina the following day. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that I've been gnawing away at my sides. Tomorrow, Susato-san would be leaving. Leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan.
Narhedo-san, it's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted.
What about you, Susato-san? Today has been even more trying for you, I'm sure. As the Shogun was shot before your eyes, Gina was arrested. All on the back of the news that her father has fallen ill, and that she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon.
Thank you for your kind words. I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them.
I know exactly what you mean.
Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make my preparations for departure tomorrow.
One final task? Okay, one final task? One final task? Ow. Huh. Alright. That's a lot of things to talk about. Going back to Japan.
It's just 2 months since we arrived in London. When we managed to establish this office, it was finally feeling as though we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret.
I'm so sorry, Susato-san.
It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts.
I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel I've learned something.
And what would that be?
It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities.
Facets?
And like a jewel, the light plays off them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. That's really poetic. But we only see a small number of the total facets, and what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story. What lies in the shadows? What did those facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live.
That's so true.
Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much. But I keep hoping that one day it will all become clear. That all the facets will be illuminated, and I'll finally understand how everything fits together.
Now, Hodo-san.
I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward. Even if the sun in the way sometimes seems dark.
It's amazing to think that it's just been just 2 months. You've grown so much.
He's older than you, Susato! Oh, look at that face! Oh, no! That face! Sorry? I've what?
Oh no, it was nothing. Unimportant.
Tomorrow's departure. Do you know what time you will leave in London in the morning?
Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I shall be leaving at 4 a.m.
Wow, that's really fucking early. I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station.
Absolutely not.
Sorry?
I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow.
Gina's trial. Yes, I know, but...
Every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible. Even though, like me, I'm sure you'll find it hard to sleep. But please, Homei, do try.
Well, she's gonna be with the government, so it's fine. One final task. You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean?
Oh my! I nearly forgot!
Oh! Is she giving me... She's giving me her little book? Is that her little book?
Please, I want you to have this.
What is that? Some huge bundle of documents.
It's my notes from the case 2 months ago.
Yeah, it looks blue. I guess she has multiple, maybe?
The murder that was committed on the omnibus.
The McGilded case.
It seems to me that the case of Mr. Windybank's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with that omnibus case, in ways which are not completely apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings of the case for you.
With everything else she's had to think about, Susato-san still managed to do this. And all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting.
It was my pleasure. I can only hope that it will bolster your case tomorrow for Gina.
Thank you so much, Susato-san. I will do my best to use it wisely. Awesome. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. Aww.
Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say.
You can't read it?
That I've been a complete failure.
No! What are you talking about? No! Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said there.
Oh, ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself.
Oh man.
Well, it's getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now, Naohiro-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room.
Susato-san,
I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow.
If we wake up, and the Daruma doll is going to be painted, the other eye of the doll is going to be painted on, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. I'm going to go away. Oh.
Good night.
Oh my god. Drama. No! What? What was that? Wait, there's something I need to say. What was that?
A secret technique of mine. The Susato shutdown.
Shut the fuck up. Shutdown?
Please, I implore you. If we have a choice to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears.
Aww. Where? Aww. Last takedown for the journey. Susato-san. It really had been a trying day. And our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us, and learning the truth about the nemesis of a case. About that nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. I forced myself to close my eyes. As a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind. Eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. Ryu needs a vacation and a hot meal. Go sleep. Alright, it's now the next day. The small hours. Oh, we're in the hospital. Okay. Okay. Yes, I quite understand. That is a great weight off my mind.
Rest assured, I shall put everything in place exactly as we've discussed.
Sholmes was okay. The fuck? What is going on? Who is he talking to? I have my suspicions.
I have my suspicions, my friends. You see, it's very simple.
He's talking with Kazuma. Wouldn't that be some fucking bullshit? Wouldn't that be some fucking bullshit? Maybe. Now we're gonna see Lord Chief Justice or some shit. Points at Wilson. In my mind, there's only one character we know of that he'd be so downright thankful to Holmes. Yeah, it would be Kazuma if he made a deal with Sholmes to keep his secret and tell him, no, Sholmes, I'm dead. Just pretend I'm dead. There would be only one person that'd be thankful for Sholmes from keeping a secret. That or Wilson. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes.
On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine.
Here it is.
I bid you farewell, and Godspeed.
God damn it, he won't say the name. Oh, it's Susato.
My dear madam.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, it was Susato.